Hey guys, welcome to our latest e-bike, the Tork. You can get it from Epic E-Rides. We're going to unbox it. So it does come in a really nice crate, as you could see before. And the way to get them off, to get the crate open, there's these little tabs right here. You're gonna pry them open and then use a plier just to flip them all up. And then from there, you just lift it up. It's very sharp, so watch your fingers. This is the way you want it to look like. You can see straight up, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna knock this lid up and then just have it flip open. And so here it is, once you get the lid up. And you've got the box with all the parts, and the bike, the front wheel is mounted separately to the side of the bike. And so once you take the bike out of the box, you want to use wire snippers to take all the zip ties off. You're going to attach the wheel. Now you're going to put, it comes with two cups here. The larger one goes on the left side if you're looking at the bike, and on the disc is the shorter one. And it goes in with the fatter part on the outside, and the skinny part, just put it inside the hub and you're good. Next, you're gonna attach the fender. There's 3 screws. You're gonna need a Torx wrench, which they provide. I'll show you in a minute. After that, you're gonna attach the handlebars, which are these 4, number size 4 Allen keys. There's 2 there, and there's 2 on this side. You take this guy off, put the handlebar on, use these guidelines, and then screw them back in, make sure they're nice and tight. That takes care of the front, minus the number plate, which they actually give you the number plate with 4 zip ties per side, so for a total of 8. And then I find it best to use one of these dirt bike stands when you're doing all that work, especially to get the front tire on. And once you're done, you want to take it off and have the bike stand on its own, and you're going to attach the left side kickstand and peg, and then the right side. Now in order to attach those, first you are going to screw in this attachment bolt and this one here onto the brace, and screw them into the pegs. Once you've got them screwed into the pegs, then you're going to lift and push the pegs as a set into these holes, and we like to use Loctite to Loctite this screw and this one here into the frame, and the same thing on the other side. And once you've done that, you're pretty much it. The rear shock comes pre-installed. Underneath, when you attach the pegs, there's a red quick connect here. This is for your sensor for the kickstand. It's actually a pretty easy build. So obviously it doesn't turn on, so we're going to go into the battery compartment, put the key in. Lift up the seat. It hooks into down here and in here. Okay, and you want to plug this guy in first for it to work. So you're going to lift up on this cap here and push this inside. So in order to put the battery wire on, the harness on, you're going to lift this guy up. And now it's important to note that you want to turn this guy upwards. You could see that there's a little groove over there, and then you would push this down. You see how it slides in, and then you're going to use this lever to pull down. If you want to take the battery out completely, there's a lever over here, pull up, and it'll disengage. Over here, it'll come out. You need to put it back in, just lift up, push down, it'll secure it in place. The battery does have a power button you can push, and it'll give you a reading. 4 bars. Pretty cool design actually. And then to replace the seat, just want to place it like so, and then just slide it forward, making sure it catches, and then you're gonna hear the click, and it's on. And there you have it. So very similar to the Ventus One Plus, same type of screen. Looks cool. Also, you'll notice that different from every other bike, your controller is mounted really high up underneath the seat. I think this will be a good advantage as opposed to the front where it's lower. All in all, it's a really nice looking bike. I like the accents, the blue. The forks with the inverted forks look really nice. The brakes look heavy duty. And got a 420 chain, 80 by 100-17 wheels. And you got 70 by 100 by 19 in the front. So 19 in the front, 17's in the back. So some things to note. There is no rear reflector or brake light, but I believe there is wires for it. I did see them underneath the seat. So you could probably grab a subber light from Project 9 and put that on. But since these are meant for off-road, I don't think it's mandatory. It's only if you want to use it on the street. The front headlight doesn't come on unless you push the headlight button, which makes sense. There you go. So you're not wasting battery. It's a nice looking light. Sure, you could replace it with an S2 Pro from Baja Lights if you wanted to. The controls are over here. There's a mode button on your left, along with the Eco, Sport, and Race modes. You could toggle through it by going up and down. 1, 2, and 3. And there is a park button. And you could see me toggling through it. So, and the bike won't go if the kickstand is down, which is why you have that sensor. The forks are adjustable. I'm very excited to give this thing a ride. You've got e-moto brakes. Very nice. Best of all, it comes with this cool tool set. Look at that. You got Torx wrenches, Allens, and looks really nice. Extra zip ties, some tie downs, the owner's manual, and a Tork sticker. Really cool. Good stuff, guys.